Day one. So I took my wife to the airport yesterday. Wasn't too fired up about the wife leaving, but I was kind of fired up about getting started with my trailer and removing this pile of manure to our little garden, just a kilometer and a half away. But when I got here, what we discovered was something like this. Crappy hay. Actually, the stuff I got was a little better. This is just like almost pure hay. That was like kind of wet bedding there, that pile that I moved. Wet bedding. Some of it was goat manure, pigeon manure, raccoon manure, a little bit of this and that. But not, not good, even partially composted manure. Horse manure. That's what that stuff there looks pretty good. That's the goal for the garden. So I had to start my potato field. The idea is to use that's not that stuff there. Dug this, like I say, wet hay, straw, a little bit of it, soil bedding, whatever you want to call it. So I started my potato field. It was kind of one of my least priorities, but it became a priority because I got to clear this area out. As you can see, it's getting a little tight here at the ranch, so I need this to come in and turn around, and then I'll start. Again, it's a bit of a mining process. I'll get good stuff, and then that there is what got me thinking months ago. Like, it's right at the gateway. It's kind of in the way. I need to get rid of it as the snow comes, and the wetter it gets, so I figured I'd use that. That's my potatoes. So no cardboard. I'm putting in down heavy amounts of look at that, there's some corn. I'll just give that a whirl. See what we can do that. No cardboard. What was I saying? No cardboard. A good foot and a half. You'll see I stomp it down of this wet bedding, we're going to call it. And then we'll let the rain sit on that for as long as we can, and then we'll get some good manure like this, and we'll put we'll put 4 or 6 inches of that on top, and then we'll give her 4 to 6 inches of chips, and then we'll plant in that manure next spring. Nice little taters, and by fall all that crappy wet bedding should be dirtish, more soilish. So yeah, I'm just kind of killing time here. I thought Buddy would come around. He's combining his field of strawberries, sunflowers. I thought I could show you him going by, but I can't. Even I can't mumble. It seems long enough to hold your attention. Well, awful lot of land going to waste here in Hungary, just like everywhere else. There he is. He was worried about it. It was raining earlier today, and he just kept on combining. He didn't even stop. She's ready to be harvested, as you can see. This corn's not so imperative. So yeah, here's our little turnaround area. I'll clean this out and make it easier to turn around first thing. And then, since I've already got my strawy bedding for my tater field, I won't be able to start right there. I'll have to start chipping away here and get a good vein, and then I have to deal with seems like he cleaned out in the summer. He cleans out some of the pens that he doesn't clean out regularly. Chicken, or birds and goats, and probably dogs too. Here's a nice little vein. I had a nice little, it was right here, I think. I had this all chewed out. I only had the trailer for 6 days. I had a nice little start. But that's the way it goes. We'll just have to deal with it. I don't really want to, this stuff here, we're trying to have something to grow in next spring. We don't want to fool around with that. I did a little bit here and there on what I've done, and you can't, it doesn't break down quickly enough. It will now, of course. Get the rock dust on it. We'll do that tonight before we leave on everything we put down today. I got some leaves, a nice load of leaves from the city, just here and there, just around the house. Got a nice couple fat, juicy worms. And there's lots of worms, local worms. They'll intermarry with the fancy imported Mischkolz worms. There's Buddy with his Massey Ferguson combine. Hard at her. I better get back at her myself.